MTV launches GIF and meme-inspired visual identity. The rapid prototyping app Prott comes to Android. Gmunk creates a new wallpaper for Windows 10. And an article on designing for and with color blindness. It's Tuesday 30th of June and this is News on Design. MTV has launched a brilliantly grotesque new on-air identity this week with idents undoubtedly inspired by the internet, complete with memes, GIFs and emojis. It looks just like an ugly 90s internet explosion and I have to say I kind of like it. Along with this new on-air identity, MTV has created a site called Bump, which allows viewers to create their own content to be included in the TV idents, the best of which will be broadcast within just a couple of hours. Taking user-generated content and linking it directly with the TV channel is a pretty neat way for MTV to engage its audience. Prott, a rapid prototyping tool, has released a version of its app for Android. Prott allows you to quickly create app prototypes by taking photos of sketches, then connecting screens together and adding simple interactivity. These prototypes can then be shared with others for testing and feedback. The app seems like a great way to try and then refine early ideas. The legendary Gmunk, a production designer and artist best known for his work on movies like Oblivion and Tron, was drafted to work on a new wallpaper for Windows 10. Gmunk took the Windows logo as a starting point. I actually wanted to open up the window and say, what are the contents of the window, Gmunk explains. What exists in it? What emanates out of it? What is through this portal? The resulting image was made using some clever lighting techniques passed through an acrylic sheet in a studio. The image is a composite of about 10 exposures which combine the different qualities of light to produce a sense of depth. It looks like something straight out of Tron, and that makes me happy, Gmunk says. But it's all physical and we shot it and built it. With these new exciting visuals, this is a nice little glimpse into what Windows 10 will have to offer when it launches next month. Designer and illustrator Aaron Ten Buren wrote an article on Medium about color blindness, sharing his experience designing for and with the condition. As designers, we constantly worry about legibility, how engaging content is, whether hit targets are big enough, or if a user can navigate through a workflow. But we often forget that 1 in 10 people are colorblind. Too many times have I downloaded an app or a game only to realize that using it was a huge pain. I'm often unable to distinguish one object from another or determine how something is labeled. Aaron takes a look at apps that are already doing a great job, like Trello with its colorblind mode. He also has a few recommendations for checking if your designs will be okay for those with colorblindness. First, there's an app called Sim Daltonism, which replicates colorblindness, allowing you to see if your color choices will work. Additionally, you can test designs in monochrome. This will allow you to see which hues are too close. If two colours of the same temperature, blue and purple, red and green, orange and red, etc., have too similar of a hue, they will be extremely hard to tell apart. You can test this directly on an iPhone by going into settings and turning on the accessibility for grayscale. After doing this, triple pressing your home button will trigger the accessibility function on and off. The article is an interesting insight into a condition often forgotten when designing things for screens. So that's a roundup of the past week's digital design activities. As always, you can find links to all the things discussed in the description below. And make sure to subscribe for future updates. See you next week.